Get strong.
Coffey, it is so good to see you. I am so excited
Good to
about
see
everything
you.
going on in your life
Thank
right
you.
now, dude.
Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, Hannah.
Oh my
Hannah,
goodness.
Banana.
Well, it's Crazy Blessed Podcast, and there's no way to bless it like crazy except with you, right?
You're a doll. Thank you so much. It's good to be here with you.
Oh man,
Absolutely.
so much is going on in your life right now.
Right.
The thing about this podcast, all of our listeners, all of our viewers, they know that when they leave here, they're going to get some real actionable steps to
Right.
get that blessing in their life, to get everything God has come into them. And
Right.
I feel like you are living evidence of this. Like, why would you get started without any platform? Like, you developed your own platform. You truly, like, you did what a lot of people said could be done. What, not signing with anyone, like, correct me if I'm wrong, but like recording music from your garage, creating videos
Right.
from your garage. Tell me about that. Like, what did it take? What kind of guts did it take for you to decide, you know what, I want this so bad, I'm just going to do it right here, right now, starting with what I got?
I didn't have the brother-in-law connection to the music industry that most people had. I didn't date a girl that got hired by Warner Brothers. It wasn't none of that. What I saw was the first time I talked to an agent in LA, he goes, I walked and sat into his office and I said, hey, so tell me what you can do for me. And he started beatboxing. He breathing deep. You don't know how this works. Well, tell me how it works. You need me. You need an agent. And I go, you're not in shape and you can't act, nor can you sing. I think you need the talent. I said, I'll race you to the top, and got up and left. No joke.
Oh my
So
God.
I realized early that the power was in the creator.
There you go. There you go. The
Y-
power
y'all
has
playing.
always
Let
been
me
in the creator, dude. It's
let,
always
let
been
me
in the
let
creator.
me take this seatbelt off.
Yeah,
Listen.
because the glory's about to burst forth anyway. Like, the power's always been in the creator. And that's what is twisted in our world, is we think the creation has the power. And that's where
Never been that way.
Mm.
It's never been that way.
Never.
And so as the creator of the music, of the songs, of the content, the power has always been in my hands. So the closest that we can be like him is when we create. Most people go, oh, it's about your holiness. I grew up Pentecostal. Your holiness is filthy rags. The closest we can be like him is when we create solutions, when we find answers to problems, when we're the peace in the midst of the storm. That's when we create, is the closest we can be like him. So I need him as an inspiration so that I can create to be more like him. So in that moment, what does that take? It takes fasting, it takes praying, it takes obedience is better than sacrifice. So it needs to be a daily obedient, which makes it a habit. Habit makes it personality. Personality makes it a destiny. If you're not catching this, catch up like mayonnaise. If I'm talking too fast, I need you to listen quicker. The closest I could be like him is when I created, which gave the power back to me.
Yes.
So when these advocates, agents, managers started coming with a different vision than what I had for vision, that causes division.
There you go, dude. Now you just got all the talk points right there. Like, seriously, because the enemy wants to create division.
Absolutely.
That's been his plan from day one. Let's create division. Let's come between God and man. Now let's come between men. Like, he's always creating division. And I love that your idea of the closest we can be like God is in the creative process. Because think about it. He's the creator. We're made in his spirit and in his image. So we've got the power to create in us. Here's what frustrates me, and you tell me what you think about this. When people sit around like, well, I can't figure it out, or there's no hope, or there's no way this will work out. God has given us, first of all, he said he gave us the mind of Christ.
Absolutely.
Second of all, he has breathed that creative spirit in us. So maybe there's already a solution that you just have to have the guts to go after.
And everything that you need is around you. I know that sounds crazy.
No, it don't.
But when the blind person said, I see men as trees, there was dirt and spit and mud. What's around you?
Yeah.
So many times people overlook the dirt. And the first millionaire I ever met was a cowboy that had goat poop on his boots, and he smelled like 3 days from last Tuesday. And but he was a millionaire. And a lot of
There you
times
go.
people think millionaires are in Lamborghinis and all of this. It was built on hard work.
Yeah.
And it doesn't always look how you think it's going to look. It doesn't always look how you have been told it does. So when I started, what did I have in my hands? I had a guitar, I had internet access, and I had a Apple computer with a camera. And now the crazy part is now you have a phone with a better camera than you could buy
Right.
in Best Buy.
Right.
So the moments of inspiration come from wisdom. So when I didn't have an agent, didn't have a manager. I actually prayed and said, Lord, teach me how to market. Give me, and you be my agent, you be my manager. I don't think there's any appointment like a divine appointment.
Right. 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 And he has got that for you, like using what's available to you right now. You know,
Listen,
he told, okay, so here comes this woman who is at the end of a rope. Her sons are going to be given into slavery. She comes to Elijah, help me, I don't know what to do. He's like, what you got?
come on.
All I have is a jar with some oil. All right, then you get out there and you borrow every single thing you can find. You get every jar
So,
you can find. You bring it back and start pouring out your oil. We all
right,
have something in us, something
right,
that will make this world a better place, something that will manifest his kingdom here on earth like in heaven.
absolutely,
So what are we
absolutely.
doing? Like there's always something available to you. What stands in our way?
I think a lot of times the way that everybody's taught you how to do it is what gets in our way. When I
Yeah,
looked at the music industry, I was like, I'm gonna create all the music, get in the debt, make it, and then you're only gonna give me 9% of my record, and that's only if I'm a Mariah Carey who gets
right,
11.
right.
That's the most I get. So every dollar I get 9, but I do all the work. Yeah. What do you think? I think y'all are dumber than a box of rocks,
There you go.
and I'm actually offended that you brought this on a piece of paper. So um, at that moment, I looked at YouTube. I looked at Facebook. So Facebook was giving me an email every day. They still do, of who my friends are and what birthdays are for that day. So I'm sitting in my apartment. And I had money debt, not time debt. A lot of times people have time debt. They have the money, but they don't have time to do anything else.
Right, right, right. So good.
So I was time expensive, but I was money debt.
Right.
So I said, okay, I got time. So I sat in front of my laptop. I went through the emails and I saw everybody's name. So when do most people's Facebook get hits the most?
I don't know. When is
On
evening? Morning. No, no,
on, the,
morning.
on their birthday.
Oh, okay. All
On their
right.
birthday. So now Facebook has given me this cheat list of the people that are going to get the most hits in my circle that day. So I opened it up and it was like, Trevor's having a birthday. Cool. I get him up in my computer. Happy birthday to you. Birthday to Trevor. Happy birthday to you. Hey man, God bless you. Sincerely from your country cousin Coffey. Bam. So I would do that 9 times a morning. It's only 17 seconds to do that. So
So
take me 5 minutes. Take me 5 minutes to make 9 different birthdays. I go to that person's page, post that video. It would have my at. People go, who is this guy? So I did that for about a month. So after doing that for about a month, say there's 1,000 people that hit those 9 people's page a day. So that's 9,000 people I have the potential of singing in front of, and I never left my apartment. Multiply that 9,000 times 30.
dude.
Now we're at 270,000 people that I'm able to reach from my apartment using the cheat code of what Facebook already told me.
Yes. Yes.
Are
Using
you
what was
using what's
not
in your
even
hands?
designed for God's glory, using something not even designed for God's glory to be used for God's glory.
Right, right.
Dude, that is
So
brilliant.
thank you. And so coming from that, all of a sudden people start hitting like. And then I said, well, it's $19 for me to do a personalized happy birthday for someone that you love. Oh, okay, cool. So I started doing those via PayPal. Great. So my computer had a application in it called iWeb. iWeb allowed you to build your own website with a drag and drop service that Apple created.
Yeah.
And you could buy your URL and connect them. So I created the iCoffee.com, iPad, iPhone, iCoffee. I wanted it to be easy for people to learn how to spell it.
Love it.
So iCoffee.com, I created a PayPal button that allowed me to set up a pre-order for my album. So I set up a pre-order for my album at $12.99. I went to YouTube and I would sing a cover song and say, hey, if you guys like what you hear, pre-order my album, God bless. So the cover song playbook is whatever song is already out in the top 10 is what I would cover. Because
Yeah.
now Sony is going to put this huge wave of money behind that single. Warner Brothers is going to put a huge wave. So if I got a little surfboard and this wave is coming, I put my little voice on that. That wave, I ride all that free advertisement every day that song is in the top 10.
So good.
So if you pick low hanging fruit, you'll never starve.
Mm-mm.
The difference is in the me generation, we got too many people that want to be a chief and don't want to be an Indian. I'd rather be an Indian as long as I'm collecting the money.
That's right. That's right. We want, and that's what we're so trained to think of, what it
Come
looks like
on,
to be a millionaire, to what it
come
looks
on.
like to be a guru, what it looks like to be at the top of
Oh,
the game. Like that's what
oh.
social media has taught you. It looks like being creative and develop and being open to that plan that God already has for you. He will tell you he's already got a plan. It says he's got his plans for you are good, pleasing, prosperous. That's what he wants for you.
Absolutely.
And when you're open, just like you were, when you're open to that, he's like, okay, there's someone I can download. There you go.
Exactly. Hold on one second. My Bluetooth connected to my pickup. Hold on.
That's cool.
Sorry about that. I don't want you to have the echo.
So brilliant. So good. So good.
Okay, can you hear me better now, sister?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, let me go back to my Zoom real quick. Let me find you. Sweet. All right.
All right, cool.
I'm gonna drive and talk to you. Come on, let's
cool.
go. Keep going.
Let's go. So you just started being open to the strategies. You were like,
Absolutely.
oh, I need to be this big star, this big influencer. No, I'm going to start where I am with what I got.
Right. And so I saw a lot of my friends that were doing videos and making posts that were just controversial because they wanted followers. My aspect has always been, I'd rather have 100,000 customers than 1 million followers.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
If I have customers, I can take care of my family. I can create new videos. I can make better music. I can get a band. So I think what separates the poor chief from a rich Indian is income.
Absolutely.
Is the focus of saying, cool, you can be the chief if you want to, but again, if I can ride the wave of that income of that marketing from those record labels, I can really market my music off of their money and almost spam the industry.
There you go. I mean, it's spamming us enough.
Right. Right. And if it's good enough, it'll sell. So you don't have to sell out. A lot of times you see these artists that come in and they literally take clothes off of them. They put them scantily clad. Look at Ariana Grande's from her first album to the second cover. You're going,
right.
Wow, even the music videos. See, sex only sells what isn't good enough to sell on its own.
It's so good. That's so good. And it does. It gets distorting and it gets confusing. And that's what the enemy likes. Like he's the author of confusion. So he likes to confuse. But if you confuse, you lose. And that's what you had going for you is you gave, this is who I am. I'm not going to move from here. I have the integrity to show up professionally as who I am. I don't have to be distorted by this. And I think that's where the blessing is. When people know you, they feel like they really, really know you. Oh, I lost you. I know you're there somewhere.
And
you there?
If you make a product,
Are you there?
Can you see me? Yeah.
Okay. All right.
You're
back. You're back. Okay.
All right. I live in a mountain, and so I'm trying to get to civilization. Hold on one second. I'm trying to get to civilization, Hannah.
Is this like so? How does it feel? Is this like so new for you? Because now you have a Netflix series, Country Ever After, streaming on Netflix, which is incredible. How did you feel when that opportunity came up?
I felt like it was a progression of what we needed. I felt like we had showed our faithfulness in social media and our fans and years of diligence of performing and singing and playing and all of the things. And I felt like this was a new platform for us to jump on and be a part of. And I love TV. I was a kid that watched TV. A lot of kids, you know, they play video games. If I wasn't outside hooping, I was watching TV. I mean, I liked everything from the Bob Newhart show.
Oh,
Here's my brother Daryl. Hi, my name is Daryl. My
damn,
brother
that's
Larry. My other brother
Mateo.
Larry. Right. So, you know, I'm laughing about that. So, other brother, I liked Hee Haw. I love Fresh Prince.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh my
I
God.
love, I love,
Tell me you can sing a little bit of that theme song.
of which one?
Well, this is the story of, come on. You know a little bit of the
Yeah.
Fresh Prince.
In West Philadelphia, born and raised on the playground is where I spend most of my day. Chilling out, maxing, relaxing, all cool and shooting some b-ball outside. Don't get me started. It's real. Come
Yes,
on.
yes.
Come on.
You remember with your aunt and uncle and Billy?
You know, when you grow up in the sticks, you all of a sudden you got to start beatboxing on your chest.
You do.
Uh,
You do that.
you, hey, listen, when it's just you and some goats, you better make do. You ain't
You
got no
better
beat.
use what you got, right? That's your mantra. Use what you got.
I'm telling, I don't want to hear any excuses.
Mm-mm.
I'm over it. I'm
So
over it. My mother had to pick it to get in college, not my grandmother. My mama,
Mother.
my grandmother had her shirt torn when she had to walk on the side of the building when whites walked on the same sidewalk. America is very different than what it was
Yeah.
then.
Yeah.
I don't want any excuses.
No
I don't want
excuse.
any excuses I don't want it. If one person that looks like you has made it, you can make it.
Yeah.
I don't want the fake oh, because I'm a woman this. No, go get it done.
Yeah.
Go get it done.
My
We have
theory
a
is
woman
you
vice
can have,
president elect right now, huh?
yeah,
Go ahead.
I know. Like my theory is you can have excuses or you can have success, but you don't have the privilege of having both. You can't.
No, I need you to hush and get it done.
Right.
And at the end of the day, when you're the one that's in charge, the blame falls on you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You can't
that
pass it.
no, and personal responsibility, we went back 150 years in the last 9 months. You want a church? Well, they're closed. You got to open up your Bible on your own. And
Yeah.
Stephen Furtick can't spoon feed
That's right. That's right, dude. Yeah.
you.
Like God wants a relationship with you. With you.
You want you
Oh, I lost you. I lost you.
personal responsibility. Hey, food. Somebody to,
Oh, I lost you.
all right, hold on.
All
Where
right.
are you?
There you go. I'm right here. All right, cool. You're back. You're back.
The personal responsibility. You want healthy food, you better grow it.
Yeah.
You want to have church, you got to open up your Bible on your own because
Yeah.
COVID has shut them down.
Yeah.
And so when does the personal responsibility come back on us? And that's all I'm saying is it goes back to your business. It goes back to stop waiting on God to give you a chance and make a chance with the time He's given you.
Absolutely.
Time is precious. My favorite person was my mother before she went on to be with the Lord. And I remember holding her hand when she was battling cancer. She'd get cold and I blow hot breath in her hands to warm her hands up. And she would sing until she got out of breath. She taught school. And when you see that, never smoked a day in her life and died of lung cancer. So I want you to be reminded that bad things happen to good people.
Yeah. Yeah.
So in the midst of all that, who do we lean on? Who can we rely on? The Bible says the arms of flesh will fail you. So I really want you to try to develop a relationship with God, not because of who told you, but because you want it.
Yeah.
And I want you to know that you can do it. I started this business from my garage.
Yeah.
When I opened up my eyes in October, Mr. Red, White, and Blue was #5 on the country charts with no record label, just fans that appreciated a God above my head and hard work with the guitar in my hand.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, there is a blessing and opportunity in you do it. Partner with everybody you know. Everybody I know knew I sang. They knew I was going to be a singer. I told everybody.
Yeah.
I borrowed every favor I could, and I paid all of them back. And I want you to do that. Don't use people and walk away. Don't burn any bridges.
No.
Keep those bridges there, and love people to life. You can love people to life. Don't love them to death. Love people to life.
Yeah.
And
well, love never fails.
It doesn't.
So I feel like you never can err on the side of love. You can't. You can't love
Right.
too much. And so when every action is also done in love, you don't have to be so careful about watching where you step. You don't have to worry about your past coming up to haunt
Right.
you because you've let love direct your decisions. And
Right.
I believe that where you are right now, God is God has said, all right, you know what? He was faithful with the little, and now I can trust him with the much.
Right. Well, thank
And
you for saying that. And I mean, I remember making videos and frying bologna, boiling hot dogs. Nothing stinks up
you
a
got to have
small
that
apartment.
bologna so it curls up on the sides and you can sprinkle a little cheese in there, or potato salad if you're fancy.
Come on, look at. Oh wow, is that Arkansas? Really?
No.
Potato
That's South
salad.
Carolina. That's South Carolina, dude. That's what we do
That I
with fried
believe.
bologna.
I've been to South Carolina, and that I believe. You're from South Carolina.
I was raised there, but you got to get the potato salad from the Piggly
Wow.
Wiggly, or it's just not good enough. You got to get the Piggly
Yeah,
Wiggly.
yeah, the Piggly Wiggly. I need my grocery store to smell like pork chops raw when
Or
I walk
it ain't
in.
going to be any good anyway.
Oh, they're gonna be right. I need a crate of ramen that I can buy for $2 in
Dude,
the front.
7 kids, they were practically raised on beans, rice, and ramen.
Whatever, make it
Because
happen.
I had to
Are
do,
they still alive?
I knew what was in me was too big, and I had to get this out. I had to get the message out.
What do you need me to do? I can't understand you.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna back my truck by turning it on the side of the tire right here.
Okay.
So I want to get you stuck here. You gotta go.
Okay. Well, just leave a little space where I can drive out because I got to get out of here in a little while. All right, let me back up. Thank you. I'm out the way. All right, hold on. You live in the sticks. Don't nobody care about the interviews. Let me tell you.
No,
Con-
you should be talking on the phone anyway.
oh, I know. He's like, listen here. I got a truck in my work truck. I need to move. Yes, sir.
There you go. You
All
good?
right, I'm backing up, talking to you. Sorry, you seeing my nostrils.
No, it's okay. I've seen worse. Trust me.
This is
I
true.
told you I have
But
7 kids, right?
dang, y'all ain't got no TV. Golly.
You gotta have something to do. You gotta have something. If you're broke, you gotta have something to do for entertainment.
I already know. I'm scared to shake your hand. Okay.
You should be. It's called a righteous fear.
Be ye prepared always. I can't tell y'all that. Wow.
Oh, you ain't no good.
No.
Oh,
No.
but that is so true. Like I remember, and I think you can understand this. Like what was in you was so big, and you believed in it so much that you couldn't imagine it not coming to pass. Like that's like when people say, "Well, I hope so." Like you don't know what hope is. Hope
Right.
is that absolute confidence that what God has put in you will make
Right.
its way out.
You know, I felt like it was a matter of time.
Yeah.
I felt like I needed to make a product that when the masses saw it, it was comparable. And I'll tell you this story, and then I gotta go.
Yeah.
But Mr. Red, White, and Blue is a patriotic song I wrote, and I remember I called a buddy of mine because I'd written it, didn't have the money to produce it how I wanted to, and my buddy had just gotten drafted by the Kansas City Royals, and I called Danny and I said, "Hey man, I need to borrow some money. I want to record this song and possibly an album in Nashville, and I need help." And he goes, "What's your account number?" And he didn't ask me how much it was. And I literally, chokes me up. And I started crying in my truck. And within 10 minutes, the money was wired to my account.
So,
And I called the producer at that time. And he worked for Florida Georgia Line. He's working big boys,
yeah.
big boys.
Yeah.
So I said, "Hey, how much is it for you to do these songs?" And he goes, "It's this much." And I said, "I got this much." And he goes, "Call me when you got this much." And I said, "How you doing today?" He goes, "What?" I go, "How you doing?" He goes, "I'm good. Call me when you get this much." I said, "Okay, listen, I'm gonna send you me singing. If I stink, I'll never call you again. If I don't, you call me. Let's do the deal."
So good.
He goes, "Okay, have a good one." Hangs up. I sing on my phone in my truck, and I send him the voice memo. My phone rings 3 minutes later. He goes, "Is this you?" I said, "Yes, sir, this is me." He goes, okay, Mr. Anderson, be in Nashville in 9 days.
Only God.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Nashville with my buddy. Brian Mills was a youth minister there. And my buddy Shannon Self was working. He was at Long Hollow Church. He was at Houston Second Baptist, and he was living there. Puts me on his couch. I said, thank you, Shannon. I appreciate it, man. I walk into the studio, and I see Keith Urban's drummer. I see Scotty Sanders from Lady Antebellum's steel player. I see the acoustic guitar player that done everybody's records. I saw Kenny Greenberg, who played on Tim McGraw's records, Alan Jackson stuff. I'm looking at Ilya Tuchinski, who is the stringed bandit, and I'm going, oh, this got real. This got real.
Real quick,
So
too.
all of a sudden, promotion came from him. Now, the band that was around me looked like the country version of the Avengers. Okay?
Yes,
So
yes.
I'm like, oh, we in. And so I tell the producer, I'm hearing this, I'm hearing that. I'd love to have this. And he's Russian guy. He goes, yes, very good. Have seat. You'll sing, I produce. Have seat. And he gives me the mob, have seat. You know, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I sit down, and I want to say that because when I was just at that point, I had enough money to make a real record.
Yeah.
But I didn't wait, because when I didn't have the money, all I had was a guitar. So I would sing in my bathroom and record my music and make my records. So Worship Unplugged 1, Worship Unplugged 2 was done in the house. Worship Unplugged 3 was done in a hotel on tour. And I started making videos, teaching people how to play praise and worship was how I got started.
So good. So good.
What are you using? What do you have in your hands? And are you allowing, hold on one second, I'm gonna have to take that. Are you allowing yourself to be big enough and big enough minded to say, I'm not going to do what everybody else has done. Lord, give me a new way.
Right.
Give me a new direction. When
got
David was going to check on his brother, everybody was standing still, watching Goliath curse them, curse their families, curse their God. God blesses the one that's moving.
There you go.
David came through moving and heard a word.
Yeah.
Stick with what you know. Go get 7 smooth stones from a river.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right now, the armor may be pretty, it may shine, but the sword's too heavy for you. Don't wear anybody else's armor. Stick with what you know. Let God use you. I love you guys.
So
Hannah, thank you for having me. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.